Hello, today's August 12th, 2020. Today we're going to be doing a redo of yesterday's video. I got a lot of criticism and I changed it a little bit, enough to where it's still my opinion, but I'm also bringing back tilt margins so you guys have a better idea of what I mean when I say lean instead of lean or tilt. So this dark blue, safe, this is likely, this is lean, this is tilt. Tilt is 0 to 2 points. Lean for me is 3 to 5 points. Likely is 6 to 9 points. And safe is 10 points or over. And then it's the same for the Republican Party. This is safe, this is likely, this is lean, this is tilt. Just in case you didn't know. So yeah. We're going to start with the Republican safe states this time. Utah's safe again. Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, Indiana. Nebraska's all together. Nebraska's third. We talked about District 1 yesterday. There was a close poll where there was a close poll by 2 points, but it's probably like Arkansas. So just to be safe, we're putting Nebraska's first district as a likely. But I mean, it's the second most Democratic district, though. It's not like District 3. District 3 is like the whole state, basically. The districts are divided into something called biased gerrymandering. So that's why when you look at Maine's second district is way bigger than the first district. So it's kind of cheating, kind of not. It's more so not acceptable. Republicans are the ones that draw it, so I understand the political strategy, but honestly, it's just giving us the House because it's giving us more tiny ones. And I'll make a video based on political gerrymandering today or tomorrow. So yeah. Safe red states are Illinois. No, blue states are Illinois, Washington, Oregon, California, Maryland, Delaware. Delaware's a likely because of close polling. New Jersey, New York, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island. Maine's all together. Definitely Maine's first. Actually, no, Maine's all together is a lean for me. Maine's first is a safe, and DC's third is a safe. No, DC is a safe. I don't know why I said DC's third. So what? This is yeah. Sorry for stuttering. These are all the safe states for the blue party, and then for the blue, and then for the red party, about 100 more safe electoral votes for the blue party than the Republicans. Actually, I'm putting Virginia and Colorado as likely blues, along with New Mexico and Nevada. I think that's arguable, but makes more sense. We could see Nevada going down to a lean by election. So yeah. Also, since I said we're bringing tilt margins back, I'm changing my likely North Carolina characterizations. Yes, I said likely to a tilt. I was completely wrong on that, and I saw an article where Biden was ahead by 13. I didn't know how old it was, but Biden is ahead by 13, and North Carolina starts voting at the beginning of next month. So, but I do still think it'll tilt out to Biden. Safe Republican states are Montana, Kansas, Missouri, Mississippi. These are just because they're bluish trending states. They're always for the next 2 elections are probably going to be red anyway. It's just right now they're in the likely margin. They're about safe, but not safe enough for me to put it as safe. Iowa, I'm putting as a tilt red. Along, oh no, not along with anything else. I don't know what any other tilt reds I'm gonna do. Iowa is just a close polling state. There's no explanation for Iowa. It's just Biden. No, Obama won it both times, but it decreased from Obama's first term to his second one, and then it decreased. Trump flipped 10% or something of Iowa, but it's going back to the blue side. So Republicans are gonna probably need to hold on to Iowa and I think they will. I think Trump will win the second district by a likely margin, the same he won by. Actually, no, I think he's gonna win it by a lean margin. Changing it from yesterday, it's just close polling. Biden's leading in another poll here. He's led at 3 out of the 4 polls, and the one where Trump's leading is by 1 point. So it's gonna be a really tight race there. It's tighter than Texas right now. It's also tighter than your mom. All right. Alaska is a safe, no, likely state like it was in 2016. Just it was in 2016. It's a blue-ish trending state. It probably won't be blue for a while. It's just like Kansas, Missouri, Mississippi, and Montana. They're both blue trending states, but they're not necessarily ready to go blue yet. South Carolina, I'm putting as a lean red. Uh, I just think it'll be closer than it's polling, but maybe like 8 points. Anywhere from 5 to 8 points. I think it'll go. It went to Trump by like a 14% margin. I think it's narrowed up really quickly since then. Speaking of the Sun Belt, I think Georgia right now and Texas are tilting blue. Just because of recent polling, does not, and state trends and approval, these all show these states going blue, especially the past like 3 polls of these states. Besides the outlier poll where Trump's leading by 6 in Texas, but all the other ones have Biden leading by 1 in Texas. It's ridiculous. Like, it was an R leaning poll too. Then again, the one where Biden's leading by 5 was also Democratic leaning. So, but right now I do think it'll narrow up. I do think it'll eventually narrow up to a tilt. But right now, um, I think it'll still be a tilt blue, but it'll probably go up to a tilt red. Uh, Nebraska second district, I think will lean blue. There's no really explanation besides polling. We don't really know what the trends here are at all. We just, yeah. I think that with Harris on the ticket, Biden can take Ohio into the tilt margin. It went to Trump by like 8 points in 2016, but they have gotten every election right in this past 70 years. Something that a lot of people are counting on right now. But right now, I expect Ohio to go blue. In April, I really didn't think it would, but now I think it could. Maybe I could put it as a red, but right now I don't think it will. Arizona would be a tilt blue state for the same reasons as Texas, Georgia, and Ohio. Trump won these states by a pretty decent amount, but he's backtracking a little bit in these states. So yeah, and Arizona isn't one that changed their minds in the middle of an election. They're one. It's a state that's been steady, like +4 for Biden for the past like year and a half. Uh, Pennsylvania, and yeah, Pennsylvania is a tilt for me, along with Minnesota. I think they're going to be closer than people put them than people think it will be. With like them leading +8 to 19. Oh, there was an 18 poll for Minnesota, but then there was one where it was 2. I think it'll go up. I think it'll go to Biden by like 4 or 5%. Both of these states, maybe a little bit. I could put Pennsylvania as a tilt, but right now I think it'll lean. Uh, Wisconsin, I think will lean along. Yeah, no, that's along with New Hampshire, I think it'll lean. Again, states that are closer than showing, I think it'll be closer. So yeah. Florida, I think will be tilt. Also, for the Democrats, Biden does maybe even I'll put it as a lean for now. Biden's leading by 6 points consistently here, and that is almost enough to put it as likely. But I knew people would get mad at me if I put it as likely. Right now, I do think it is a lean blue state. It went to Trump by like 2 points, I think, or like 1.5, somewhere around that area. I know it went to Trump by over 1%. There was a point where Hillary was leading there, but then towards the end of the race in 2016, Trump managed to pull that state. And there is, I believe, 2 Republican senators here. So actually, I will put it as a blue tilt. Michigan, I think out of the whole Rust Belt, this is the most Democratic. It went to Trump by the least amount, 0.2 points, 0.02, no, and just 0.2. But what, like 11,000 votes or something? Very, very small margin. I think that it could go back up to a tilt. Trump won Pennsylvania by 0.8 and Wisconsin by 0.7. Somewhere around that. And I know Hillary won Minnesota by like 1.5. So Hillary took out the win in Minnesota, but lost all these other 3 states. I do think that these other states will narrowly go up to Biden, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania by a lean margin, but Michigan by a likely, as it is slightly more Democratic than the other ones here. But yeah, I think Minnesota will be closer than Michigan. But I could also see Trump doesn't need to do much to win in this situation, I guess. Well, he doesn't need to do much to take out the blue blue tilt states. And if he could take out Wisconsin, if he could like change these to tilt by just campaigning here a little bit more, especially North Carolina really soon he needs to do, because North Carolina starts voting on September 4th. But if Trump could like do that, he would win. I don't think he'll take Nebraska second, but he could tie. Even if he does tie, though, it's still not looking good for him because Mitch McConnell has recently come against Trump. I do not think Mitch McConnell would vote for Trump in the place of a tie. I also don't think Susan Collins of Maine would vote for Trump, and I do not think Mitt Romney would. That's an extra 3 senators on top of our 47 to fit. Wait, is it 47 to 53 right now? I don't know. And I know we have one blue senator here. I'll go over through his tie scenario video soon, but right now that was my prediction. So yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.